I love our secret stock here at the Lehr Instruments Custom Shop, and it slowly grows. We have our choice of premium tone woods, piece of cocobolo that's, well, pretty special. We also have this white Limbus slab. We're going to make something with this special stuff. Welcome to Dave's World. So with this giant piece of limba, that side tree section we're gonna cut off. This is kind of like a true slab that's like still got bark on it. So we'll cut that off and we'll resaw our big slab of cocobolo. Not sure about our neck yet. We're gonna kind of figure that out as we go. But this will be kind of an interesting piece. It's very thick and wide, so we'll size it up. Our slab will have this cut off, but I want a straight edge first. We'll cut this up on our super saw. It's going to be a one-piece back with the cocobolo top. These body's really cool. We'll probably stick our cocobolo on this side to cover these streaks. The opposite side really just has this one spot, which doesn't look bad at all. Back to this. We have a center section, and I mean, it's kind of stereotypical for cocobolo. Obviously very long, so we're going to chop all of this off, and the top section will retain for something else, but this bottom part is going to be our project. Very cool. We got like 3 slices out of there, so we'll surface these. 2 of them will be the top, and then the other one will be like maybe a headstock. The other one will be maybe a headstock veneer and like a switch plate. These other ones will be the top. We couldn't decide on the fretboard, so our customer, his wife decided East Indian rosewood. So our surfaced cocobolo, we'll let this sit for a little bit. We're going to try and figure out the best layout for how our customer wants the top to be, whichever way. So send a couple pictures. In the meantime, we'll glue our neck up. These radial arm saws have really been phased out in pretty much every situation, but it really works well doing fret slots. So it's kind of an innovation. I was just sort of thinking, how can I cut fret slots? And it's like, it really works good. Not getting a humbucker. That's just kind of to access the pickup. We'll do that later, but we'll put our top on. I'll do all of our markings and surface it. We'll glue our top on today, which I already have. I already have the top glued together, so we'll glue it down, but we'll surface everything first. How thin these go. Very fine measurements that you could do on a drum sander. Gets it really flat. It sounds really good. So now we have that cocobolo all surfaced. We'll have the standard switching and knob placement, but no switch cover. And also, you know, we have the under the top routing for the neck pickup. It is just going to have the neck pickup kind of built into the top and no pick guard. It'll kind of be like I almost want to say like a really like bad to the bone style like guitar. This thing's going to look really cool. Uh, Even squeeze out all the way throughout our project. Really nice. And we'll carry on. We're going to radius this 12-inch radius for our East Indian rosewood. I love East Indian rosewood, particularly sanding it in general. It has like a really nice, rich sort of smell to it, and it just seemed like kind of like really expensive and elusive, and you know it kind of is. So we'll put a 12-inch radius on this one. Back with our Limba Cocobolo Classic here. We'll end up routing this out and getting it totally done, putting the binding on and everything, but this is pretty crude at this point. And also our fretboard, just having the slots in them, kind of basic, is also pretty crude at this point. Have our depth set here. Um, like I say, I just skim these on the radial arm in the beginning, and then I'll kind of go in here and get our official depth done. This is also the correct width for the fret that we're going to be using. Carving away at it isn't so bad, and it's a lot of fun. This is a cool one-piece spread, not common unless you're here in our secret stock, which we have enough to do, a handful of them. But we'll continue and get this one a lot closer. I have all the routing done, so we'll see where we're at. We'll have to start carving on the neck and getting it a little bit closer. So we all own so many guitars, but this will be the famous like 61 Gibson Blade style, my Gibson ES330 at home. This limba is going to go really easy, and it'll get down there really quick, so we'll be extra careful. And you know, making a big neck isn't, for me at least, it's not as challenging as making like a thinner C shape or whatever. So I really enjoy the challenge of like kind of replicating a profile. But I'm really familiar with that 61 blade profile. I'll go home and play that ES330 like I'm like I say, I am not a guitar maker. I'm just a guitar player. So at home, I'll pick out my guitars that like I didn't make, like Mark Kendrick Master Build and Vintage Gibson. So I'll go home the next couple of nights and I'll just play that 61 ES330 for like my playing at night. That will familiarize me with this. When you bring the guitar in and have that profile next to it, it can start driving you absolutely insane. So it's best just to be super familiar with it, make the neck, and then compare them once it's done. And it's awfully surprising how close they really do get to each other. Our Goldfinger and, of course, Jackie's Betty guitar have this neck profile. Our file is getting relatively well known on the email. We get a lot of love letters from other guitar makers. Very cool. I don't know where I got this. Well, I know where I got it, but it's like, where do you get them? I don't know, like a yard sale or a auction or something. It's kind of got like a little bit of a bent handle, and it always has. There's a whole collection of these here at our custom shop, but this is just my favorite one for really like cutting into the contours initially. But kind of unfortunate, our acetone can is sort of smashed. I bought it that way. It's the only one they had at the store that was left over, so good enough for us. Let's melt our brains. Really cool TV yellow back with that Cocobolo top and headstock veneer. I love this. I have found after doing 14 years worth of cabinet making finishing, well, my first job, I don't know how many custom kitchens I did, but my second job that I worked at for 10 and a half years, I did 864 custom kitchens for them. Well, close to 50 guitars now with nitrocellulose lacquer. You can see how the finish is like really glassy. We'll get our logo sanded down really good and it'll be really great. But this is the type of finish that has to sit for a really long time to cure. And I'm just really fortunate that our customer's so cool to wait for it to actually turn out nice. Because this is just not part of the process you can rush. Our super file, as always. These are just getting crowned, and all it is getting yeah, these are gonna look really good. We're gonna get car and guitar crazy with our McGuire's compound. This is a couple steps, obviously, but it's really high gloss. Got our flat work here. This will be like a traditional bridge pickup, maybe a little bit of a not so traditional neck pickup, but well, actually, neither of these pickups will be terribly traditional. We're just going for like a nice 60s voicing, but well, it's the Lehr Custom Shop, so these are the kind of the spin-off of our original like Night Prowler, like Telecaster style set where we have slight stagger with the pole pieces, but not too much stagger with the pole pieces.
These are our staggered pickups, but they're not too staggered. We don't want them too terribly staggered. Push them in absolutely straight. You can see that one is just slightly taller than the other.
So I did soak our pickups in nitrocellulose lacquer quick. That's just to create a barrier around the magnets for the wire. And like I say in other videos, some people use tape. I don't think tape quite sounds the same as lacquer. There's a lot of little details, but this is polyform VAR. Gives a little bit more capacitance. This is after about 100 sets of pickups.
The fact that the pickup is scatter wound changes the tonal characteristics for certain. I don't think we'll wind a set of pickups and not think about that lady at Fender that winds all the pickups and how she works it left and right. It has to be going a little faster, but it's like left, right, and then she'll go in between, fill it in. Left, right, do it again. I'm going to slow this down and just look at it. I like to have my pickup built up like flat. It does alter the tone. If you look at that, the build is fatter in the center and it dives down. That alters the tone. I'm telling you it does. There's a lot of things. The stagger on this is monstrous. This is a Strat pickup, but how do I want this pickup to sound? I like, and the tightness of the wire matters. A lot of little things. But I do really, really like my pickup to have like a flat wind. Start and finish wraps there. We've got 8,605 turns. We'll do the neck pickup, but with a different type of wire. Soak these till they stop bubbling, which takes a while. And that'll be that.
So I well, this guitar is not getting like a bass plate, so I just have these mounted on here. We'll get a push-pull for the series parallel, really nice 3-way switch. We'll just pre-wire it before we put it in the guitar. So minty and nice. This guitar is an order, custom order. So considering that it's a custom order, we're going to escape the city and the intensity. We're going to head to Elizabethtown Fair. We will be playing guitar for Aubrey Ray. So let's go. E-Town. So we made it to our gig. It is a classic fair. Let's go up and see what we have. As usual, our Mesa Boogie and our MNs. Classic deluxe reverb for our steel, but that's the Tone Master, which obviously isn't as good. And, well, our awesome Mesa Boogie. This guitar at soundcheck was pretty radical in that humbucker mode, so it'll be really cool for the show. So this one is kind of our classic, like, summer fair. Plenty of people, and they kind of funnel in, and they're sort of listening, but kind of not. This show is for, like, 3 different ladies. We have... So in all my years of playing out, I mean, there's dogs, but I've never seen a cat in the audience. Pretty cool night. So, yeah, it's actually awesome. That was great. I really, I'll say that it was a successful time at the Elizabethtown Fair. I always enjoyed going to those. The stage was a little noisy, but that's just kind of the natural gigging atmosphere. So we'll isolate this one here in the shop with our Mesa Boogie, and hear how this one sounds. Ton of clarity no matter where you're at. People have been messaging me about the Lehr pickups. I mean, okay, so this neck pickup, let's start with the neck pickup a little better. So this neck pickup, and this boils down to like the anatomy of this neck pickup. I made it in a very specific way so it would slide in there, and also with the push-pull, there's some special grounding. So it's a little bit of a unique pickup just for this guitar, but I didn't want it to sound muddy, and it doesn't. Super powerful and balanced. Turn down the tone a little bit. Guys always want to make this Telly neck pickup dark and chunky, and I think it should be the opposite. I think it's already dark and chunky. I think if it's spiky, it's too stratty, but this is kind of just a nice, chunky, full-sounding pickup that you can actually use the tone and volume control on. Plenty of sustain too. We'll do the middle later. The bridge is... all this does is just run the pickups from parallel to series. So that off. Makes it like a humbucker. cool at the fair and here in isolation. Our super LocoCaster, very neat. Our customer has named the guitar, very nice. This one's going to New York, Eastern New York this time. We'll go ahead and box this one up and send it off, but really exciting to have made this one. I learned a lot with this guitar, just the general idea of making that neck pickup and getting it to work the way I wanted it to. It was really the first Tele neck pickup I made that sounded more on the bright side rather than the dark side, at least for a neck pickup. And I particularly like that. And I love the Limba on the TV yellow. It looks awesome in person. It kind of has like a sort of like an exotic wood vibe, but also like kind of like a smoky sort of vintage sort of look to it without actually being like smoky or vintage, which is really cool. We'll continue on. I know it's been a busy summer. I've got a couple custom orders going, just a few at different stages that we've kind of have, you know, just picking at. I don't want to take too many orders while I'm playing out. I don't want to overwhelm myself or underwhelm the customers, but had a lot of fun, and we've had some really awesome customers that are super patient, like this customer, really cool, and kind of hung in with me all summer while I was out gigging. So it's really cool to take this one to the gig. It was one of my favorite ones to play, just simply because of that awesome neck profile, and just looks really cool. So we won't be listing this one on Reverb. We'll be sending it off to its new home, but we will be listing some on Reverb simply because, well, I've already got them started. Probably 3 or 4 projects that I'll have listed, just to throw out there for future customers to pick at for fun. We'll also have a few orders, so it's just been really cool. We're pretty well booked even into the winter, so a lot of fun. But thanks for visiting Dave's World. We'll continue on, as always. A lot of cool guitars coming up, and just a lot of really cool customers that have supported this, and can't say enough. So. I think this is often overlooked, is the packing and shipping. You got to think of every little detail and how they box up and ship out and everything. It's awesome.